5 years ago, the Myanmar Army's deadly clearance operation left a trail of death and destruction in its wake, with Rohingya Muslims fleeing into Bangladesh. Since then, the refugees have languished in overcrowded camps, hoping for justice and accountability for the junta's crimes. But the Myanmar Army has continued its brutal aggression on civilians since seizing power in last year's coup, followed by attacks on all ethnic groups. Experts say the increased exposure to the current war crimes being committed has confirmed the credibility of accounts of the 2017 attacks.
It's drawn the attention of the international community to the grave abuses that the military is committing, and also has sort of opened the eyes of some of the other groups within Myanmar to the plight of the Rohingya, groups that had previously not believed what the military was committing against the Rohingya or believed the military's lies.
Meanwhile, life in the camps remains tough for the stateless refugees who face adverse conditions and restrictions. A visit this month by the UN's Michelle Bachelet, who discussed repatriation options with Rohingya representatives, resulted in a conclusion shared by most.
All of them have said, we want to go back, but we want to go back when we have an identity as citizens of Myanmar, when our rights are respected, we can have our livelihoods again, and we can have our land, and we can feel they're part of a country.
This desire for equal rights and recognition is echoed by the few Rohingya people who've remained in Rakhine State, as coup-related travel restrictions in Myanmar have contributed to an increase in food prices, adding to the hardships. An experienced Rohingya aid worker in Rakhine State who did not want to show his face because of security concerns assessed the junta's promises of new homes and jobs for Rohingya people who choose to be repatriated.
It's very difficult, and I could say there are very rare opportunities for the Rohingyas. Inside Myanmar and Myanmar, I could say there is not any single preparations for them to come back.
Last month, the International Court of Justice, after dismissing Myanmar's military ruler's objections, allowed a case to proceed, alleging that Myanmar performed acts of genocide against the Rohingya.
Fundamentally, the impunity of the junta needs to be addressed through concerted international action with better coordinated and expanded sanctions, including against the oil and gas sectors, pursuing of an arms embargo, and then just sustaining that humanitarian aid and pursuit of accountability.
As the wheels of justice slowly move forward, the Rohingya people remain at risk of further hardships, both in Bangladesh and back in Myanmar, the country they once called home. Steve Sandford for VOA News, Chiang Mai, Thailand.